Jerry Jones. First of all, before we get started, I just want to congratulate Micah Parsons. The fact that not only is he now the highest paid non-quarterback player in the NFL, he's also free from Jerry Jones. $188 million, $136 million guaranteed historic contract. I think if Jerry Jones has a revolver in his desk drawer and every time he does something stupid, he just takes it out and blasts his foot off. Because no owner in the NFL shoots himself more in the foot than Jerry Jones. I don't get it. I don't get it. This whole saga is just insane. This is ridiculous. First of all, why aren't you paying Micah Parsons, who is arguably maybe the best edge rusher in the NFL, definitely the best defensive player in the NFC East, maybe the best defensive player in the NFC as a whole. You don't pay him years ago when he said he wanted to be paid, he wanted to take less money, he wanted to be a Cowboy for life. And then you go start thinking that you can negotiate without an agent? What is wrong with you? You're an NFL owner and a GM. There is no world where you do not negotiate a contract without an agent. You know this, so why all of a sudden now is it different? What makes sense about it? Why is it all, why? Why is it now different? And then you get to training camp. Okay, no big deal. We're kind of in the middle of the holdout. Everything starts to maybe just be like, oh, this is going to be typical Jerry. That's going to be a headline. He's going to request a trade. And then come the week of the game, maybe day one, they're going to sign him to a record-breaking extension. But no, at training camp, he just starts publicly, humiliating him, saying that, Micah has to be healthy. We want to pay him, but that doesn't guarantee he's going to be healthy. He missed 6 games last season. Well, guess what? He missed 6 games and still had 12.5 sacks. That was 5th in the league. What happens if he plays in the other 6 games? Is he maybe the NFL's pass sack leader? I mean, you got to think here. You got to think logically. Then he starts calling him Michael and say, oh, Micah's got to want to be paid. I don't get it. And then it gets to the point where Micah Parsons is now suiting up for a team that is literally may have been the root of my depression. The first time I ever felt depressed was after the 2016 wildcard game. Aaron Rodgers just pulls some Aaron Rodgers stuff, finds Jared Cook on the sideline after the Cowboys crawled back to make it tied at 31 apiece with just a minute 13 left to go. And he does that. And that was my first Cowboys heartbreak. That's when I first became a fan. Obviously, I know about the history. Dez caught it. And then the Packers, I don't think I've ever seen us beat the Packers since I've been a fan. I remember when Christian Watson had 3 touchdowns because Anthony Brown couldn't cover him after they were up by multiple possessions. And of course, the wild card 2 years ago. Dallas's best chance to win a Super Bowl maybe in my lifetime. What do? They get embarrassed, 48-32 on our home turf. It's abysmal. A team that has had our number for the last decade, and now they have ruined our franchise, and this was going back to 2023 when they beat us in that wild card game. They sent us on a path that we can't recover, and now all of a sudden we're just going to gift them our best pass rusher. No biggie. No biggie. No biggie, Jerry. Just give them Micah Parsons for chips. For a half-eaten bag of chips at that. I mean, 2 first-round picks. Okay. Let's give a round of applause because the Packers have made the playoffs the last 2 years in a row. Jordan Love can be a top 10 quarterback. They almost made it to the NFC Championship in 2023. And the one thing that they were lacking was a pass rusher. Okay, here's arguably the best pass rusher in the league. No biggie. 2 first-round picks in 2026 and 2027. When they're going to be at the bottom of the barrel. That could be the 32nd pick in the next 2 years. That could literally be the pick that the Packers give to us because they've won a Super Bowl. I mean, like, yay, 2 first-round picks that are have no value. Absolutely no value in a first-round pick. It's not like the NBA, where you can give up 4 first-round picks for, a decent player and then get away with it because it might be a 30th overall pick. But guess what? No. This is the NFL, and first-round picks are completely different. And now we have 2 first-round picks that are literally going to be nothing because the Packers could win a Super Bowl at this point. And then you go and get a 30-year-old nose tackle, Kenny Clark, who's 30 years old. Turns 30 in October. I mean, really? That's the bar? We're going to trade away Micah Parsons, and we're only going to get 2 picks and a 30-year-old defensive tackle who had arguably the worst season of his career last year. You're telling me there was no bidding war? You're telling me that was the best offer on the table? If you were going to trade him, then why aren't you not going to announce it? Why aren't you going to say, hey, Micah Parsons is available for trade. Who wants him? There's a lot of teams who would have given up a lot of compensation for a guy like that. But Jerry wanted to basically pull a Nico Harrison. It's not like we didn't see this coming, unlike Nico Harrison, but he somehow honestly may have made it worse than what Nico Harrison did. No bidding war, no nothing. Micah was generating so much buzz that Jerry decided to trade him because Jerry can't stand the thought of anyone else having all the attention in Dallas besides himself. At this point, I believe that I, personally, can manage a team better than Jerry Jones. I manage a team better on my Madden franchise, which is fake, and yet I still do a better job at managing a team than Jerry Jones. Micah wanted to be here. He had already said he had wanted to be a Cowboy for life. He was willing to take less money. He wanted to get this deal done years ago. But nope. Here we are, and Micah is now playing for the Green Bay Packers in 10 days at the time of recording this. Micah said it wasn't about the money. He didn't worry about becoming the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. Micah just wanted to get locked up. He wanted to get paid what he was deserved. Because he did. 4 Pro Bowls consecutively since he's been drafted. I think 12 sacks every season since he's been drafted. All-Pro. One of the best edge rushers in the last 5 seasons. Maybe the best. But Jerry wanted to let that walk out. And what's great about all of this is that in Week 4, the Green Bay Packers come into AT&T Stadium. I'm already getting ready for the fact that Micah Parsons might straight up just break the sack record that night. He's going to be matched up with probably Tyler Guyton. I mean, Zach Martin just retired. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really, really bad. And I hate to say it, but it's deserved. Micah Parsons deserves to come into AT&T Stadium on that Sunday night football game and show Jerry why he messed up. He does. And I'll be happy for him. Remember when the Mavericks fans cheered every time Luka made a shot in his return game? That's how this is going to be with Micah Parsons. Every time he gets a sack, every time he gets a tackle, fans are going to cheer. And I have no doubt there are going to be chants of fire Jerry Jones. In some way, shape, or form, there's going to be those chants. And I cannot personally wait to see it. Let's take a look at something from Jane Slater. Go give her a follow if you haven't already. She's a great analyst and content creator here on Twitter. But she says, I spoke with Micah Parsons this evening. He says, genuinely gonna miss y'all. He says he and his team went back to the Cowboys about an extension with empathy when the trade interest was leaked this week. The Cowboys' response, according to Parsons, was play on the 5th year or leave. They gave Micah Parsons an ultimatum. Play on the 5th year or leave. And that's what Micah did. Micah just wanted to get paid. Like I said, it wasn't about becoming the highest paid non-QB in NFL history. It was about just securing a spot long-term with the team that he's been wanting to play since he was a kid. All he talked about when he was getting drafted was that he wanted to go to Dallas. That was his dream spot. And Jerry Jones just messes it up. And then it gets even better. They hold a press conference shortly after, and man, we have something. I mean, the expectations were low, but my goodness, it couldn't have been worse. He opens up saying that the team is in a better spot than they were before the trade. I feel like he's just rage baiting me at this point. I feel like he's just rage baiting every Cowboys fan to the point where what are we supposed to say? Like, is he just trying to rage bait us? Because there's no way this is logistically how an NFL owner and general manager is thinking. There's just no way that this isn't rage bait at this point. I'm convinced. I'm convinced he's just rage baiting us, and that when I wake up tomorrow, it's all going to be a dream. And he emphasized the entire press conference about trying to stop the run. We got Kenny Clark, Pro Bowler, good player. And he said that come playoffs, we struggled to stop the run, and he wanted to do whatever he could to make sure that they were put in a place for success so they could stop the run. So you traded Micah Parsons so you could stop the run in the playoffs. I've been a fan for 10 years, and I can't remember the last time this team was able to stop the run. Like, that's just been a thing. It was a thing before Micah Parsons, and it was a thing during Micah Parsons, and it's going to be a thing after Micah Parsons. It just is. And then, I don't even know how to say this, but he tries to use the Herschel Walker trade as a reason to validate this one. Obviously, if you don't know about the Herschel Walker trade, I'm not going to get too into it, but Herschel Walker, who was at the peak of his career, was traded to Minnesota for a handful of picks, and the Cowboys ended up using those picks to perfection, and then they won Super Bowls because of it. So now he wants to think that because he was able to trade Herschel Walker for a ton of picks in the 90s, that he can now do it again in 2025. Okay. He thinks because it worked then, it can work now, and it can't. It can't, and it never will. He said, these first-round picks could help us get Pro Bowlers. Oh, that's what it is. You can use first-round picks to get Pro Bowlers. Wait a minute. Wait. Am I tripping? Or has Micah Parsons never missed the Pro Bowl since he's coming? I think that's... Someone might need to fact check me on that. But I'm pretty sure that Micah Parsons has never missed the Pro Bowl since he was drafted. Like I said, Jerry's rage baiting me, and I'm falling for it. I'm falling for it bad. He said we have 4 first-round picks in 2 years, and we could use them to get somebody. Who? Who are we going to get? Who's on the market? No one's on the market right now. Unless you want to go trade for Max Crosby, or if they're going to try and bring in Trey Hendrickson in the summer because he's leaving Cincinnati. Like, nobody's going to be on the market. I just don't get it. I'm at a loss for words. I just am. And not only that, he said that no doubt we could have signed Micah in April. Hey, Jerry, why didn't you then? What's so hard about it? You say you could have signed Micah in April. Then where was the breaking news? The Cowboys have extended Micah Parsons tweet from Adam Schefter. Nowhere to be found. But hey, he says there was no doubt he could have got it done, and that this was for the best interest of the team. The only thing more washed than Jerry Jones is his ability to make football decisions. Me, you, the viewer watching this, we can make better football decisions than Jerry Jones, because we at least know that we need to extend our best players. But who am I to say anything? I don't know anything, if I'm going to be honest. Listen, my excitement for the season is just dead. I'm done. Like, Dak might lead the best offense in the league with Schottenheimer, Pickens, Jaden Blue, who's going to be elusive. Nice. Like, our offense could be great, and we could still be last in the division. I mean, this is literally, like, they're going to be the Bengals. Remember how last year Burrow and Chase were just lighting it up every game, but yet they still finished 9-8 and missed the playoffs? It's because their defense couldn't guard a fly, and that's what the Dallas Cowboys are going to be this year. This defense has the chance to be worse than the 2020 team, and that's saying a lot. Jerry Jones just completely disrespected our franchise player, insulted him at training camp, said he's got to want to be paid. And then he hasn't stopped calling him Michael Parsons. So much so to the point that in the press conference tonight, Stephen Jones corrected him and said, Micah. He looked at him and said, Micah Parsons. If I'm the Dallas Cowboys, if I'm any player, I'm getting out. Dak, CD, George, Trayvon, Deron Bland. I mean, like, at this point, if I play for the Cowboys, I want to get out as soon as possible. I just do. Jerry Jones is just, he's proof that money doesn't buy football sense. And that's all I have to say.